Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Cameron Schmidt, and this is Luis Gardner. And
Hello.
we're looking forward to our second security lighting webinar in our Security Lighting Solutions series. So thank you so much for joining. Um, Quick agenda for today's webinar. So we'll discuss a little bit about AMP lighting. A lot of you are already AMP pros, so you'll know a lot of that information, so we'll breeze through it rather quickly. And then we're going to do a product line overview showing you guys what's included in the AMP Secure product line, features, benefits, application, things of that nature. A little bit of products that are on the horizon that we're super excited about. And some insights that we learned while we've been hearing from contractors over the course of the last year, as well as our recent trip to Chicago for NECA.
Yeah, great show.
All right, so just real quick, so you guys can get to know us. So my name is Cameron Schmidt. I'm the head of new business development here at AMP Lighting. Been with the company for about 4 years. And my role here is really looking to identify strategic partnerships, really create customer-centric cultures at AMP Lighting, as well as introduce new product lines such as the AMP Secure product line.
Yes. Hi, and I'm Louise Gardner, our senior product manager at AMP Lighting, and have the esteemed privilege to work with Cam here. It's been a great partnership since AMP Secure launched at the very beginning of this year. I've been in the lighting industry for about 25 plus years. Started out in mechanical engineering and have worked through marketing, operations, engineering, product development, R&D, and I'm very excited to be here at AMP Lighting. Some of my previous experiences with Cooper Lighting, another one of our competitors was Unique Lighting Systems out in California for a while, and most recently at Signify's Color Kinetics brand up in Boston. But very happy to be here and excited to talk to you about this great product line.
Beautiful. So for real quick, for people who aren't AMP pros or don't know much about us, again, we'll breeze through this rather quickly. So we were founded in 2008 here in Tampa, Florida, which is where we are currently. We service about 24,000 contractors, and that continues to grow, over 3,500 electricians. We are vertically integrated, so we design, manufacture, distribute all internally. Our product development team is here in-house, which is a great opportunity for us, not only from a new product development standpoint, but any troubleshooting that happens, any defects in the field, you guys aren't waiting on answers for a delayed amount of time. I can actually walk right down the hall to Luis and say, hey, here's what's going on. Any idea that, what may be going wrong, which is a massive benefit to our customers, something that's definitely appreciated. So we are factory direct, so we sell directly to contractors. Again, we don't distribute or resell through other companies. Our proactive one-to-one warranty process. So, Luis, if you were to give me a call and say, hey, Cam, I've got a product that's out, I troubleshoot a little bit over the phone, try to get an understanding of what's going on. But really the value there is that I turn around and send you a product next day.
Right.
You receive it, you can service your customer and make sure that they're taken care of.
Right.
And that's really the most important part. So,
and that's just huge for, for AMP Lighting as far as I'm concerned. As I said, I've been in the industry for quite a few years, and I've never seen a customer service department work as quickly or as efficiently as we do here. Nor have I seen somebody just simply swap out without an RMA, time you got to call the factory or to call your sales rep, all those steps and hoops you have to jump through to return something. It's just so simple here. It's fantastic. Really nice work.
Love it. We've got 4 distribution centers, one being here in Tampa, Florida, one up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Dallas, Texas, and Henderson, Nevada, just outside of Vegas. That really just ensures that we're covering the scope of the United States, making sure that we can get product to our customers in anywhere from 1 to 3 business days, typically 1 to 2 is what we've seen, which is fantastic delivery time. And so one thing that we wanted to touch on really quick before diving into the product line is some of the things that we've learned over the course of the last year from our customers as to what the value proposition is or what challenges they're facing in the field. And so specifically at NECA, we had a lot of people that, visited our booth, checked out our product line, and explained that they had a little bit of rep fatigue, right?
Right.
Just constantly working with reps, and it gets convoluted, a little bit distorted through the process of purchasing, or getting quotes, getting questions back or answers back as to why a product may be defective or experiencing issues in the field, or getting a warranty exchange. We've also seen that some larger distributors or rep groups are starting to scale back their teams, which really has a cumbersome effect on the contractor because there's
Right.
not as much support for them.
Mhm.
And so that's been a challenge. Again, fragmented warranty process. And ironically, a lot of contractors are really fond of independent purchasing options.
Yes.
They don't necessarily want to talk to me or any rep. We're starting to see an industry shift, specifically in the electrical industry, where
Right.
they're not really looking to engage much with reps, would rather have an independent purchasing option. And so AMP is a great option for them because you have your login, can build your quotes, can buy your product.
And just instant quotations.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for anything. And you know the product, once you get to know the product, you'll love it. Very high quality, and it's just so fast and easy. Easy button.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And I think the biggest thing that we've heard in the field is the availability of product. Right, we got product in
Absolutely.
stock. Lead time is anywhere from 2 to 3 business days, which is simply just the shipping time to get to you.
Right.
But hearing a lot of contractors explaining how difficult it is to receive product, all the way up to maybe 12 weeks of lead time, which is insane to us because we've got product readily available in stock. We've got plenty of it. And we're looking to service our contractors and make sure that we can get those projects done in a timely manner.
Absolutely.
So a little bit about AMP Secure. It really was birthed out of, traditionally we've done landscape lighting again since 2008. It's really where we got our roots, and a lot of contractors found benefit in the factory direct approach. And a lot of electricians that got into low voltage lighting said, hey, it'd be awesome if you guys had universal voltage products that I could use for some light commercial installs or residential installs. Really looking for that 120 to 277 volt fixture option. And so that's really what birthed AMP Secure,
Right.
Was direct feedback from our contractors. So again, tailored solutions for your projects with trusted performance, unified design aesthetic, which you'll see here in a second. And again, as you mentioned, Luis, instant pricing and quoting and purchasing, which is a key value proposition for our customers.
Absolutely.
So we'll transition over to the product line. Luis is going to walk us through the AMP Secure line.
Yeah,
and some
absolutely.
stuff on
So
the
I'll walk through each of the SKUs, telling you, a little bit of detail about them. I'm going to kind of keep things moving here and make sure we get everything in time. But this in general is the product family. We've got area lights, floodlights, the very popular twin heads on the upper row there. The rectangular and round twin heads are definitively our most popular products. We also have a great barn light on the right-hand side, and I'll go through some of those details here as we go through each slide. So where are we going to use these? I'm just kind of putting out an example here of a building, a project that might come up where you've got parking lot lighting, like you have for item A, which is an area light. You've got wall packs, perhaps around the back of a building like this, or commonly used in, street malls, or any kind of shopping areas, or any area that's got a docking system out in the back. Often are using wall packs to illuminate those areas for security and safety. Floodlights that can be aimed upwards or downwards are very flexible that way. And a great little adjustable flood that's actually a nice little petite product that we'll talk about as well. So just kind of going through some areas, that you could install these types of products. A little bit further in that, again, you've got the kind of warehousing on the right. But, with the flexibility of our product line, you can also do a storefront like you have on the left-hand photo here. Using the barn light to line up signage and such. So we're, excited about that. It's quite a broad product line. So building perimeters, areas, stairways, perimeter lighting, pole-mounted lighting, all sorts of different types and applications for residential and commercial. So when you take a look at our whole product line, we did a lot of things to make sure that we had everything in stock, Cam.
Yeah.
That's really what it amounts to.
Yep.
When you talk to some competitors, you may have to pay an extra option for having 0 to 10 volt dimming. And it's a dash on your model number. You guys have done it a million times. So you've got a 0 to 10 volt dimming. You might have another option for a photocell. You might have another option for a 3000 or for a higher wattage and a lower wattage. What we did was combined everything into one SKU. That's why we have stock. It's just a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So let me go through some of those details. So we have selectable lumen output on every single one of the luminaires. It varies. Some have 2, some have 4 lumen output switches that are available on the product. Everything is die-cast aluminum with very high-quality polyester powder coat paint, typically good to 3,000-hour salt spray test. Very important for the environment and keeping things corrosion-free. DLC listed premium on all of our commercial products. And again, that adjustability, selectability for CCT is 3, 4, or 5,000 K on each one of the SKUs. So you have a switch, as you can see there on the right-hand corner. Literally, it's a switch inside the luminaire that you can change to that while you're installing in the field. So again, built-in convenience of 0 to 10 volt dimming and photocells, IP66 rating. Most of our competitors have IP65, but we made sure our gaskets were very secure and the product is very well built to tolerances. And again, that hassle-free warranty we've already talked about. And I'll show you some reasons why it's easy installation for you as well. Again, kind of looking at the entire product line, this is a great view that's in one of our brochures, and it just talks about the different mounting heights that you can get out of each of these luminaires. Again, thinking back to stocking, if you take a look at the very first one on the left-hand side there, that's a floodlight, and it goes from 40 to 60 to 80 watts. So you can easily use that to mount anywhere from 10 to 30 feet. So you buy one luminaire, it's got selectable everything, and you decide where you're going to install it and what the mounting height would be. It's just very convenient, one-stop shopping. So let's talk a little bit more about the floods. We'll go into some detail here. And, I have to admit, one of the other amazing things in this industry is these prices. Mm-hmm. The prices are exceptional when you compare these to any other products in the industry. Again, this is our floodlight. This is a 35-watt floodlight. Again, it can be mounted on the ground in a waterproof J-box, or it can be mounted on a wall and aiming downward. So both of those are options here. It's available in black and bronze. And here's that little close-up of that switch that I'm talking about. So every one of our luminaires has that little switch, has a little cover that you can just unscrew with a screwdriver. Inside of that, you've got your lumen output and your wattage output, as well as your 3, 4, or 5,000 K. So the cool thing is you can get it installed up on a wall. Maybe the owner of the building comes out and, doesn't like the 5,000 K because it's a little too, stark. Maybe they want something warmer. So you can switch that back to 3,000 K, of course, without opening up the fixture or having any issues with that. So again, just looking at the different lumen outputs, 27 SKUs combined into one product. It's just a terrific product line. So one of the other things that we've taken into account when we were designing these, and again, these are designed here in Tampa by our team, is making sure it's really easy to install. So all of these products, and several of them have this wall plate that's similar to the one we're looking at. And behind that, you've got a J-box bracket. And in that bracket, you've got actually a tether that hangs down and connects to the luminaire. So what that does for you is you hook that tether into your bracket. Both of your hands are free to actually go in and start wiring up your product. And then you can simply hook it up into place and screw it from the bottom to tighten everything up. Just trying to think of those things to be easy for you. And you can also see in the photograph on the right, we have actually a little bubble level built into the bracket for every one of these fixtures that mounts on a wall, so that you can make sure that you don't get them installed cattywampus or something like that. So just trying to think of everything to be convenient for you as you're installing these. So here's his big brother. This is up to an 80 watt, a little bit larger floodlight. Pretty much the same features, just going up to about 12,000 lumens, anywhere from about 16 feet to 30 feet for an install for this type of product. And this guy, I love him. He's the little, we call him kind of a petite adjustable wall flood. He's actually about 5 by 5 inches. So he's about 5 inches wide and about 5 inches off the wall, but still packs a pretty good punch. So you've got 15 to 25 watts, up to 3,200 lumens. Again, complete adjustability with a simple thumb screw, toolless adjustability, angling all the way up to about 135 degrees rotation. But just a really nice product. We use this a lot residentially and in light commercial uses as well. It's great for a little alcove or something near a doorway, something like that could be very handy for you. So let's look at some of the area lights. These are the big boys, the big brothers of a lot of them that we've been looking at. So our area lights are typically post-top lights. You're going to see these in shopping mall parking lots. You see them in any kind of public spaces. mounted on a pole in certain areas. Again, very well priced, DLC premium. And we do offer 3 different versions of the mounting methodology. We have the arm mount, which you see here. We also have the trunnion mount, which is very convenient. You can kind of mount that onto almost any surface when you think about that, just a more convenient mounting method. And we also have the slip footer mount, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. It goes right on top of a tenon on a pole top. So all of those different versions are there. Again, everything comes with the photocell. Everything comes with 0 to 10 volt dimming standard. Again, just trying to consolidate on SKUs. You've got 4 different lumen wattages or lumen packages on this product, going anywhere from 6,000 to 14,000 lumens. It's a pretty wide range, again, for a single luminaire, a single product. We also have type 4 distribution that I'm going to talk a little bit more about in a moment. And we're adding type 3 and type 5. Those new lenses will be available, most likely November, December of this year. So we will have some additional distributions and throws out there. Comes with the standard 3-pin photo control on top. And we're adding the shorting cap should be available in inventory shortly, just for your convenience. If you want to use this with other controls that are, not your photocell, we'll send you an accessory for a shorting cap, put that on the product, and then you can use the building controls to control the luminaires if that's what your project looks like. Okay. So also when you go to our spec sheets are pretty detailed on these products. They're a little different than the typical amp lighting spec sheets. So we've got a lot of detail on there. They're several pages long. So one of the things that we put on each one of the spec sheets is kind of an aerial view. So when you take a look at this upper chart on this page, you've got the Z measurement, which is the height of a luminaire. So for this particular area light, we're looking at it mounted maybe 12, 16, and 20 feet. And then you also have the X-axis and the Y-axis. So the way to look at this, let's say we're looking at the 90-watt version, the highest wattage, and we're looking at a 16-foot mounting height. So your X dimension is your distance off the front of the luminaire. So it's going to kick out about 40 feet, and that light is going to be about 84 feet wide. Okay, so when you're thinking about spacing and measurements of these things, if you're only looking for 0.5 foot candles, you can, kind of put them, that might be, 50 feet apart, something like that. We have IES files available online, so you can do your own calculations if necessary for all of the products. But this is just a nice little cheat sheet, hopefully a quick look for you to look at this again, not just for the area lights, we've got it for the wall packs and everything else that's online as well. And here's one of our installations. This was down in, where was this one?
Actually, out in California.
Oh, that's right, California.
Yep.
That's right.
So all these are from a contractor out in California, northern side of California. And it was a perfect application for him. He was just looking for site and area lights for a gas pump area. And so he had reached out to us. We got him the product in a couple of days, and he was able to get the install done really quickly. So on the top right, you'll see the complete project, obviously a little bit of glare, right? We like to use authentic contractor photos, show you the real life applications and installs from our contractors. So,
and that's also because they selected to have the luminaire, kind of angled upward, getting a little more kick out from the light. So of course these can all be adjusted on any angle, anytime. So
I do believe that he messed around a little bit with the CCT and the wattage selectability, and that played a massive benefit to completing the project. Again, just one solid product that has that adjustability. He was able to stock it and has a little bit more in stock as well for future. So
great,
awesome.
Great, awesome. We also did another installation at a church near Sarasota, not too far from us in Tampa. And this was a great project. We just were able to get some terrific feedback from the contractor. So they're very specific. One of the things that they absolutely loved is they were replacing an older product. And when they literally picked up the older products, I think that, the weight was about 2 to 3 times the weight of our product. So the first thing they said was, oh my God, these weigh so light. They just are terrific and easy for us to install. Yeah. So it ended up being, kind of a one guy in the bucket up on the ladder, could pretty easily do the install by himself without having to have additional help. But you know, they absolutely loved it. They had some issues. They actually ordered the wrong mounting method, right?
Yeah,
Cam? And
wrong
you
mounting
got it to 'em
bracket.
quick.
Yeah, we were able to get the product to him. I actually ended up driving down there,
Yeah.
dropping the product off to him. Luckily, he was in Sarasota, so close to our Tampa headquarters. But yeah, just a simple mistake could happen to anyone. Selected the wrong mounting type, and so we were able to correct that, make sure that he got the product in time, even if we were to ship it. Considering he's in Sarasota, probably would have gotten the product to him in a day, but
Right.
luckily was able to drive down there, and he was able to complete the project on time, which is big.
Yeah. And again, I think they played with the CCT levels there for the customer as well.
Yeah.
So they could, you know, kind of hone in on exactly what they were looking for.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a great study, very efficient luminaires as well, you know, for replacing older products.
Big shout out to
especially.
David down there in Sunlift Electric in Sarasota. Thank you much, David.
Thank you, David. Okay, and this is our workhorse. This is the wall pack. The wall pack is excellently priced at $99.99, and it's just an outstanding luminaire. It's actually been entered into several contests. I've analyzed this product literally against some of the biggest competitors out there: Lithonia, Cooper, Lumark, other products that are out there, and we literally have the widest lumen range in the industry. So we're going from 4,000 lumens to about 12,000 lumens in one single luminaire. Again, stocking. You only need to buy one luminaire. Many of our competitors would take this lumen range, but you have to buy two luminaires. You got a little one and a big one. So, just again, that's why we have stock. Everything's very conveniently, put together and designed. So again, you can go down to 25 watts. Some people were saying they were putting it on 25 watts to get some lumen per watt requirements, to actually utilize less wattage. And then I don't know what they do after the inspector leaves, but it's possible they might increase the wattage after that. So it's just gives you a lot of flexibility with the product. So it's also one of the smaller products in the industry, not very far or deep off the wall. So let's move on to some of our most popular products. I don't know why I saved them for last.
Yeah.
These, the twin heads are literally our most popular product. These are more commonly used in residential areas, definitely. We've got a round rectangular head that we're looking at right now, which is wildly popular.
Yeah.
I've been in this industry forever, and they're always round twin heads. If you've been in the industry, you call them bug eyes. And the reason that you do that is because they're usually pretty glary. These guys have, very little control. They can be very inexpensive fixtures sometimes, but these are high quality. We've taken a lot of care to make sure the lenses are frosted just the right amount so that you're not bothering your neighbors. Literally, the marketing pitch is on, these are neighborly friendly products. So you can turn them on, angle them completely in the field, again, downward or upward, automatically come with the photocell. And the rectangular is just a little more modern look. I think that's why it sells quite a bit.
Most definitely, yeah. And again, the versatility of the product, right? This is probably one of our most stocked items that people will buy in bulk in addition to the wall pack, actually. Something it's one size fits all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is great.
And again, just looking at the wattage, you've got 2 wattage options again on this product as well, the neighborhood-friendly low glare option. And right there on the side, you can see where you would actually open that up and modify your wattage. Quite simple. And we also have the round version. And I've got another slide on the motion sensor in a moment. Both of these products are available with a motion sensor option as well. So here's the round version. Again, a really nice product, great lensing, making sure we're not, causing too much glare like you've seen in some competitive products. That. And here's a quick slide on our motion sensor. So both the round and the square version are available with a motion sensor. It comes pre-attached, already installed, and allows you to control the lumen level as to when the luminaire illuminates when the sun goes down, and also another switch on the back of that has the time on it. So you might say you want it to turn on, and you might want to leave it on for 10 minutes, when there's motion that is seen in front of the luminaire. So just really convenient for that. Those again, those switches are right there on the back of the motion sensor itself, and very convenient for security lighting again.
And that 400 lux level is typically what we see for sunset. So if you do happen to pick up this product, be sure to check those dials out on the back of the motion sensor. Want to make sure that it's
Right.
coming on at the appropriate times instead of all the time, which is something
Right.
that we see pretty often. We walk around, there's twin heads on, and everybody wonders why. So definitely pay attention to those lux levels
Right.
and the time setting.
Right. And also a barn light. This is also a product that's turning out to be pretty popular. Again, it's really nice. It's flexible. I just can't, again, talk about the price on this product. It's excellent quality and excellent price, especially if you, again, compare with many others in the industry. Right now, we have black in stock, and white is on the boat from overseas, and that will be here soon as well. So we've got the white coming. So that'll be a nice adder. And again, just a few features on here. The CCT and the wattage is on the back side of the luminaire as it goes up against the wall. You've got a white painted interior to get some extra lumen output out of the product as well. And again, two wattages to choose from, a 22 watt, or for some little higher installations, maybe you might want to go up to a 40 watt version. We also have 3 gooseneck arms to decide from. So all of this is on our website. You literally click on which gooseneck style that you'd like to use for that, and there can be various reasons that you might take a look at those. And we've got some new shades that I'll show you in a minute as well for this product. Right here in our products on the horizon.
Yep. So
we've got a few more products on our way. Here are some of the shades for the barn light. So right now we have the S1 shade, which is the 14-inch. Fairly common shape and size for a shade. We've got a new angled shade coming, which is commonly used, as you can kind of see on the image on the right there. Is great for storefronts, great for signage. It can also, be used residentially as well, but it's going to take the light and just kind of shine it back towards the building. We've also got a new deeper shade in case you're looking for something that's a little more of a cutoff, or, want a little smaller cone of light. And one of my favorites is the new 10-inch shade. So it's similar to the 14-inch, but it comes down a little bit smaller. And we've seen people starting to use these on either side of doors, even front doors, storefront doors with a little smaller shade is really, really nice for that. So all sorts of new things coming there. And then we've also added a new pendant mount for the barn light. So this is available with all the different shades that are coming soon as well. It's a good up to a 35-degree slope ceiling, so you can hang it perfectly straight, or you can hang it on a ceiling that's angled a little bit, and the ball mechanism on the design will allow it to hang down directly straight. And this is going to be, I think, a great adder. This is great for outdoor barbecue areas, as well as stores. You can see them, used here on some front porches. So really a nice adder when I've seen so many of these farmhouse style architectural homes being built, and that's a very popular style, as I'm sure you're aware. And you've got 3 of these over the garage, and then you've got one on the front porch and one on the back porch, and just comes together as a nice family of products. And this inventory will be due in December.
And again, that unified design aesthetic, right? So it's the same product made by the same manufacturer. You're not going to, someone specifically for the porch lights and going to someone specifically for the barn lights on the garage, right? Just a single cohesive design aesthetic that you can bring and really match the property, which is awesome.
And we've really had a lot of people like that. When you think about doing like one of the little areas that's common is like a strip mall area. You need a wall pack around the back. You need some more decorative lighting in the front. And very easy to do a full setup with an aesthetic that's really nice that the building owner is going to appreciate.
Yeah, most definitely.
And we've got 2 new products that are also on the horizon. These are not in stock yet, but coming soon. We've got a new 4-inch cylindrical up and down wall sconce. So this is a 4-inch diameter, about 12 inches tall. And it has, one of the things I love about this is we've designed a switch into it so you can, again, single skew, just constantly in my mind trying to get a single skew in stock so you can do everything with one luminaire. So you can have all up, all down, or both lights on at the same time. Of course, you have your selectable CCT and 2 different wattages to select from on this product as well. And we also have designed into this kind of a snap fit interchangeable reflector So you just simply unscrew the top of it, put your hand inside, snap out a 25-degree reflector because you might want a 60-degree wider flood, and you can snap that right back into the fixture and change out your beam angle again in the field after it's installed. If you changed your mind or you have a customer who's decided they want something a little bit different, that's never happened before, right? So just a really, really flexible product. I'm excited about this one coming out as well. And then we have a new workhorse kind of coming out. I kind of call him the workhorse because we've got a new full cutoff mini wall pack is what we're kind of calling this, up to 4,000 lumens. Again, 3 different lumen output selections, 3 CCT selections. We're also going to have a PIR sensor that's mountable on the bottom of this cam that can be used for Title 24 areas or areas where you're trying to conserve energy. And what that PIR sensor would do is, let's say you have, it's gone into the evening and your light has turned off or turned down to 50%. As soon as you have a motion in front of that luminaire, it will pop it back up to 100% illumination for your set time. Might be 15 minutes, might be 5 minutes, whatever you select. So it's just another more automation, to put in there, just put it up and don't have to think about it anymore. So that's going to be great. And this is actually a 3D, if you can see that a little bit well, but we did a 3D rendering of this to take a look at it. We do this here in our factory in Tampa. And that's what we do when we're looking at products, looking at sizes, trying to make sure that aesthetic, again, matches the entire rest of the product line and what we want to do for that. So just kind of a neat little, I keep that on my desk, reminding me.
Probably the most commonly asked for fixture as we continue to expand the product line is that full cutoff wall pack. I mean, we've got a great offering for a wall pack, but that full cutoff is used in a lot of different applications on a lot of different projects. So really a heavy focus on bringing that to the market.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It'll be DLC Luna listed for dark sky compliance, of course, as well. And some nice punch on it.
Yeah.
And I think that's about the end of products for the moment.
Yeah. Just a friendly reminder too, we do have the Q&A section, so feel free to jump into the Q&A chat, start listing out some questions that you may have for us. I'm happy to answer those in this last 15-minute portion of the webinar. But real quick, we do have our AMP Secure brochure. It's offered in a virtual offering. If you visit our website and go to the outdoor security lighting section of the shop tab, you'll scroll down and you can see that virtual version that you can actually download, carry on an iPad in the field, which is often what our contractors do. But if you are interested in a printed version of this secure brochure, please feel free to reach out to me. My email will be included at the end of this presentation. So shoot an email to me. I can get you a few copies out there of the AMP Secure brochure.
If you put brochure in the chat, we'll just go ahead and send you a few of those. I mean, the one thing that's nice about the brochure is it was actually designed for you as an electrical contractor, as an AMP pro, to literally use and go talk to the building owner. So the beginning pages are actually about us, about the business, gaining confidence for our business as the building owner may not be aware of us. Then the middle pages are all about products, so you can show them anything they need to see there. And at the end, we actually have some foot candle levels, some tips on designing and installation as well. So a lot of tips in the back end of that for you as a installer as well. So it's just a great tool to have around, have a few of them. And if you need a few of them, we'll be happy to send them to you so you can use them, in your sales pitch as you go out and talk to your potential building owners.
Yeah. Awesome. This last slide here, again, open Q&A. If you guys have any questions for us, maybe what else is on the horizon, or have you thought about doing this, or how soon can we expect a certain product? Happy to answer those questions for the last 10 minutes here. If you happen to not be an AMP Pro with us, feel free to scan that QR code that's on the screen. It'll bring you to our Become an AMP Pro application. Just a simple 4-step form that you complete, submit the application. But here in-house, we actually have an individual that's responsible for vetting all the applications that come in. Again, we are factory direct, contractor direct, and we like to keep it a closed circle. for contractors for purchasing and pricing. So we do vet those, and then we'll get you approved, set up with an account so you can begin purchasing. In addition to that too, if you're interested in any samples of these products, please feel free to reach out to me. You'll see my email address down there at the bottom left-hand corner. I'm happy to send out a sample. If you want to touch, see, feel, get a really good understanding of the quality of the product, we have no problem sending out a sample to you. So here to help any way that we can, but I want to leave this last 10 minutes for open Q&A. So if you guys do have any questions, drop them in the chat. Happy to answer them. But otherwise, that completes the secure webinar as far as the presentation is concerned. So we'll hang out here for a little bit. So yeah. I see one question. Do we get a discount on the sample? I'll actually send you the sample for free. So that's something that we've incorporated over the course of the last year. Traditionally, we hadn't done much sampling, but we understand the importance of having a sample, having confidence in the product, and we have confidence in our product. So we've definitely initiated the sample program. So we give those out for free. Again, full confidence in what we have to offer, and we know that you'll love it as well. So Jay, I'm definitely happy to send out a sample to you. Just shoot me an email with what you might be interested in, and I'll get that sent out with a couple brochures.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. Anybody else here? Yep, no problem, Jay.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming.
Yeah. We'll hang out here for a little bit. What was interesting, while we were out at NECA was just the amount of traction that we got for being so open to the factory direct approach, where typically it's been done through rep groups and distribution. And I always spoke about it a little bit before, but I think just being at NECA and hearing it firsthand from the contractors.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've seen the pivot in landscape lighting, over 25,000 customers buying from us direct, but it's really interesting to see that shift happening in the electrical industry as well. So
yeah, it was quite interesting. It was a great show for us. The booth was pretty full, literally most of the time. Had a great booth there, but it was really nice to see their expression on their face, when they would literally take a look at these. And again, pricing is key. It's just excellent pricing for an excellent product.
Yeah. And for those of you that have stuck out with us, I will be following up with an email that'll include a 10% discount code on your next AMP Secure purchase. It'll only be valid for AMP Secure products. But of course, this specific webinar touched on the secure line specifically. So I will be following up here shortly with that discount code. So be on the lookout for an email from me, and we'll get you that discount code. Make sure that you can leverage that, get some cost savings so you can add it to your profit margins on the next project.
There you go.
Let's see if we got anybody else here. I'll leave it open for a couple more minutes. See if anybody else has any questions. I believe those shades for the barn light should be coming out pretty soon, around the quarter, December.
Yeah, in December. Yeah, nice. Definitely should be here. I'm excited about those. Those are going to look nice.
Yeah, it's just the versatility too.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All righty. Well, we're not getting much questions coming through the chat, but please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions at all. Again, I'm leading the front alongside Luis with this AMP Secure product line. Really looking forward to the expansion of the product line, getting feedback from you guys, getting the product in your hands. Again, we take contractor feedback extremely serious. We work right down the hall from each other. So that feedback goes directly to our product development team, and we hold a monthly meeting, for the voice of the customer, where all that feedback is relayed back to product development so we can make revisions to products. We can expand the product line in the ways that contractors are looking for.
And definitely let us know if there's, something else within this product line that you're thinking, oh, if you just had this, or, oh, if you just had that. Those things are really, really important for us, and they will guide our, next steps in new product development.
Yeah. It does look, Richard, looks like you asked a question here. Can you make floods in 220 volt?
Well, ours are 120 to 277. Correct. So you can run those at 220 volt.
Yep.
It's not either or. It's through the entire voltage.
Cool. Awesome. Sweet. Yep. EP's Handyman Services. I will be on the lookout for that email. Get back to you. Awesome. All right. Anybody else with any questions?
All right.
Perfect. All righty.
Thank you,
Yeah,
everybody.
thank you everybody for taking the time. Again, here to help however we can. Super excited about this new product line, bringing it to market. And
Might have one more question.
oh no, it looks like the notes.
Okay.
The automated
Good.
notes.
I know. They're everywhere.
on point.
Thank goodness.
But again, thank you guys really much.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to expanding this product line and servicing you guys out there in the field. Really bringing products that can boost your projects and boost your profit margins as
Absolutely.
well. So
Absolutely. Have
thanks
a great
again.
weekend.
Have a good one.
Thanks, everybody.